What's up, everybody? It's your favorite T-Rex's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the Grimlock to finish off the series, which is fine. Fortunately for my time, and unfortunately for this figure, he doesn't come with many accessories, but we'll talk about them very briefly. He comes with two of these things. They end up being the feet for the combine mode. You have this little unit that can pop out, and this gives it some sort of power. You put it in, the power of dinosaur. As you saw in the opening footage, these plug into the forearms. You can hold them as guns. And of course you can put these sitting far out at the end of his feet if you'd like, or flush against his feet in dinosaur mode. And we'll talk about the figure. Now this is a Voyager and it's a little bit better as a result. I will say I find that the chest has a tendency to come apart as I'm manipulating it. The head itself is on a ball peg. It swivels fine. You get a little bit down, a little bit up. You got a red paint on the visor, and the sculpt is great, per usual. For the shoulders, you got universal joints that get you out to here. Yes. And then swivel around on a ratchet, which is fine. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, and then wrist hinge in and out for transformation mainly. We got gold paint for the toes. We have a little gold paint in there and a little red paint in there. No issues. And does this slide? Guess not. Same for the other side. Let's see. You got a waist swivel. Once again, it's at an odd cut. The reason why that is for engineering, but also that engineering gets you a little bit of an ab crunch. It, you know, breaks the sculpt up, but what are you going to do? You know, you can get it for a pose. I think it'll be worth it. You have this bit of kibble here on the back for combine mode as well. We'll get to that. We got universal. See how it just keeps coming apart? We got universal joints here for the hips. They get you the full Van Damme and almost the full Monty. You got no thigh swivel proper, but you do get one at the knee, so that's ultimately fine. Soft ratcheted knee that gets you 90 degrees, and then no articulation for the feet. You do have stickers down here and a little bit of gold paint, and that about does it. For the back, you have this. This is acceptable kibble because it's kind of true to the design, so I'm with that. And then you have this, unfortunately, which is part of the combine mode, but it sort of hangs out in robot mode. And that is this guy. There he is with RC, which I think is a much more appropriate size, probably the way they should have done all of them. Let's get him transformed. You can fold his hands in and get those straight out of the way. Collapse and snap together the legs. Fold the tail out. The chest splits apart. It's been wanting to do it all review, so it finally gets its opportunity. You can tab that in. Then you can kind of manipulate the tail as needed. Close the chest here, flip the head up, and there it is. No issue whatsoever. I'll get him cleaned up, we'll take a look at him. And honestly, I'm not crazy about this. I don't think it really works. He has a hard time kind of looking cool, which is not usually Grimlock's problem, but it's just the general shape of this just seems weird to me. I feel like, you know, the gold sits too low. You know, and it kind of looks like he's got like a fat T-Rex. And then, like, as a result, then the hips end up sitting out too far. And it throws the whole look of it off. The head sculpt, once again, is on the money. We do get a little bit of a hinge there. So that's great. And then you get the head up and down. No swivel. Arms are on ball pegs. They're even hollow in there, man. But, yeah. And then so you can manipulate those around a taste. And then you get the same arm articulation. And then the tail operates like that. But yeah, it's just aesthetically, it's just a matter of aesthetics. I just don't think, I think that unfortunately this one looks arguably the worst. Maybe this one and Slag look arguably the worst of the set in terms of their alt modes, which is kind of just a, you know, a general bummer. All right, let's get him into combine mode, which pretty much involves you taking him all the way back to robot mode. So we're just gonna retrace our steps a bit. And right, so basically robot mode. Look at the inside of the legs here, and then bring this piece, I guess, I don't know if you want to bring it down or bring it out maybe, I don't know. Take a look. And then let me back out a taste. We want to bring the arms up, rotate here, and then put them back in. This will tab in, right? Yes. To there. Same for this side. let's see, we'll spin this around. This can come up and collapse in. T-Rex head comes down, makes imposing pose. This is good. This tabs in to the shoulder. This tabs in to the shoulder. This opens up, and that will bring out the combine mode head, and then that flap sits back down. And there he is. And we'll be looking at this tomorrow. So this one unfortunately has a couple different types of issues and a couple different types of bonuses. So the articulation and kind of feel and size of the figure work a lot better because it's in Voyager mode. It then lends itself to a more imposing dinosaur as well for the same exact reasons. Unfortunately, because of the combine mode, it makes new sacrifices, causing new issues. I would imagine that if they didn't have to work in the combined element, they could have taken a couple more steps with the transformation in order to get the T-Rex to look a little bit better. The robot mode looks pretty good across the board, but the T-Rex mode, you kind of got to get him posed like we have here in a way that hides a lot of the problems that he has, which isn't the most difficult thing in the world. However, it's a sacrifice that I don't think we needed to take in the first place. But to be fair, once again, he has a lot of the same strengths. The head sculpts on both modes look great. Transformation is easy. It's got a little bit of that G1 vibe that they've kind of been having throughout, which makes it a little consistent. And also, to be honest, like a lot of the transformation elements of all these guys are very reminiscent of the G1s, which is kind of like a nice little bonus. Now, most of these designs lend themselves accordingly, to be fair, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still pretty cool. This one and Swoop, I think, are the strongest of the series, and this one could have been even better had it not made certain sacrifices in order to have the Volcanicus mode that we'll be looking at tomorrow. And with that, I'll see you here at 6 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.
Mr. Skullface, recently your research and your purchases of the vast doll collection you've maintained.
The Hot Toys.
Yes, the Hot Toys.
Yeah. No, and I agree, they're dolls.
And it's the Flame Toys, which you've spoken about, the price, the expense, and I feel as though some of your friends, internet friends, the people who
It's waving at me.
subscribe to your channel, I feel as though you've made it alienated in regards to some of the price. And I know you've spoken about this many times, and I feel that you're building this stress, this anxiety around this price of these Flame Toys.
Look, anytime I mention money, people start getting self-conscious, right?
Ah,
and it's not a judgment. It's just that, let's be honest, let's get all our cards on it. Where's it going? Where's it going, buddy?
He's fine.
Let's get all our cards on the table. You know, and sometimes we have to talk about the money, and we don't all have infinite funds. If I had infinite funds, I'd have Prime 1 statues, I'd have XM statues, I'd have all sorts of stuff. I'd have all the Flames toy stuff. But I'm not built out of infinite money. My point is not to offend anyone. My point is just saying, like, look, we're all working with a finite set of income. Some of us go the extra mile to try to get more income to account for more things, you know, and if not, that's fine too, but it was supposed to be something to make you believe in yourself that you can push the envelope. Maybe you got to make sacrifices. Maybe I won't get all of the Titans Wars. Maybe I'll just get a few and then get, you know, something.
As you were saying?
Something nicer. You know, but every time I mention money, people get very, and if I mention KO, it's like, oh, they get
very triggering.
Oh, doctor, their feelings, their feelings get all wrapped up in a tight little tendril. And let me tell you something. It's on the pillow. The same pillow my head is on. Should I move?
Yes.
I feel like I should move.
No.
Here's the thing. I like what I like, right?
Of course. As
if I were to watch a review of something I like and they said, I hate this, or whatever, it wouldn't bother me, because I already know I like it. So if people get upset, then my standpoint is, you know it's no good. You've just convinced yourself it is good, and you hate for me to show a mirror to it. I feel like they're like cicadas. Like they come out every so many years, and then once they're out, they get everywhere.
Mr. Skullface, I don't understand your fascination with the feet, but perhaps it's something we can dive into.
Well, I do this. What are you in yoga? I do this thing on my channel where I say feet. It's like a thing. But I feel like maybe somebody's taking it a little too literal.
I'm sure he's never seen any of your videos.
Look, I don't want to get judgmental. But can I talk a little bit about your wardrobe? The suit's a little snug.
I don't know if you recall, Miss Zach actually purchased it for me.
Did she? I tell you, I need to give her a call.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I do want to talk about these shoes a bit.
Yes, these shoes.
I don't want to alert you. I'm just letting you know if you wear shoes like that constantly, they're going to know you ain't from around here.